Governor, ne kanisa, my brother and friend, Speaker Oraro, familia, Majaduo, Jokisumo duto kuru, angeni kuru ul. Adwa wuodha kariyo kende. To mokwongo abiro ka mondariwre kodu e nyasi malich machalo kamaendi mar kowo jaduong' mogik. To kapok adhi mbele akelo mos mar kuyo makende mar jakom Raila Amolo Odinga. To mar ariyo akelo mos pende mar kuyo kuom wabunge duto te mag Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition. Mani National Assembly to kod Senate bende. Ukaw. To onabiro ka. To mokwongo nikech wach speaker. Speaker is one of our own. Kendo kaka ji mang'eny nosewacho, I want to confirm no Speaker Jack Elisha is a steadfast member of our movement. Mar ODM. Eno nyaka bikaendi. Kendo kinde ka kinde kwa sabedo gweche mateka inya. To county assembly machiwo direction ni county assemblies mamoke Kenya mangima. Eni mana Kisumu. And we must thank you, Mr. Speaker, together with your members of the county assembly, who have remained steadfast and loyal to the cause of the movement. We don't take it for granted. To mang'eny bende osewachore kaendi ok abi nuoyo. To gima nyaka wachi en ne wae uriwondruok. Kaka wang'eyo wani multi-party democracy, and every party is competing for the political space. ODM is one such party. ODM is competing for political space with other political parties, UDA included. Koro ken gima kare njatelo mar UDA biro turwaka kondren weche mag development to malo pondi aponda gimo kele ka and spreading tentacles mag party mare. To iyudo ni jomoko pamone ni pamone no kelo development to gimo kele en yawo offices mag party mare. Yeah, adwa monda wachi ni in this visit that Ruto has made or continues to make in these last few days, there is nothing, not even one, that has been brought to us as a result of parliamentary budget making. To kidwa ng'eyo ni jogi are not sincere and that they are taking us for granted. The projects that are dear to our hearts, kaka Joluo, the projects that are dear to our hearts, especially here in Kisumu County, beginning with Muhoroni Mamboleo Road, a project that was initiated by Uhuru Kenyatta and was to cost about 19.5 billion shillings. When Ruto took over power, the first thing he did was to ensure that money earmarked for that project was removed. And as we speak, that project is stalled. When they were here in Kisumu, they never spoke about that project. Similarly, the Korusoin Dam, which was going to address the issue of perennial flooding in Ahero and the other lowlands, was to cost a whooping 35 billion shillings, which Uhuru and Raila had initiated. As we speak, there is no single coin that has been put in the budget by Parliament. And therefore that project has stalled. So when you come to Kisumu and you fail to mention about Muhoroni Mamboleo Road, and you fail to mention Korusoin Dam, then what has brought you to Kisumu? What has brought you to Kisumu if you can't mention those two critical projects? The Kabonyo Kanyagwal aquaculture, whatever, is a project being funded by Hungary. As we speak, Parliament has not allocated even a single cent for that project. So therefore, what is the role of the national government in that project? So why come to pretend to launch it when you are not playing any role in it? So all this is ukora. It's ukora, and we can't allow it to continue. We can't allow it to continue at all. One KND, I want to repeat Katieko. As you know, Kisumu bore the brunt of the police brutality. It is Kisumu where the majority of our people were killed during demonstrations. And I must thank our leaders in Kisumu, the governor, the deputy governor, and all the MCS for having stood firm during the demonstrations. And it is because of those demonstrations that we are currently engaged in structured dialogue between us and Kenya Kwanza at Bomas. So before the Bomas talks are concluded and we know the outcome, we have got no business entertaining Ruto politically. We cannot be in a hurry to engage with Ruto politically until and unless the Bomas talks are concluded and we know the outcome. And until we hear from our leader, Raila Amolo Odinga. Oh, come on. Very finally, and if you want to know how confused this government is, we woke today to the sad news of the conflict between Israel and the Palestinians. And then what you hear is that someone calling himself a principal secretary issuing a statement purportedly on behalf of Kenya, that Kenya is condemning the Hamas for the attacks against the Israelis. And yet, we know for sure the history of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict has got echoes of the liberation struggle, the liberation movement, not only in the world but in Africa. The least we can do as a country is to remain neutral. We cannot afford to take sides in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. That is most irresponsible. And such a huge settlement cannot be delivered by a principal secretary. Where was the minister? Where was the president? We cannot continue to play puppet to the Western powers on serious issues such as the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Nikeshika uona waneliel okabwacha manganya yinya jo Kisumu yo rukamana yinya. Manya sai gwedu. Thank you very much and God bless.